Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So I did want to connect very quickly and talk about this subject. I haven't had the opportunity to talk about it because I've been out and about with my wife, enjoying the afternoon and watching Bad Boys. Jason sent this to me probably about 2 or 3 hours ago, and it feels like it happened maybe a couple hours before that. But I did want to talk about it because I've been covering this topic, not only in videos, but also in our Discord. If you're interested in joining the Discord, just reach out and I'll make sure I get you that link. Now, there's been many people that claim that this fight was financially successful. And sometimes people ask me, well, Greg, why are you saying that? And it's because most of you know I'm in the finance. I'm a finance professional. And so this is an aspect of the sport. This is how fights get made or not made. So it is important in terms of what you do, in terms of putting cheeks in seats. It's important. And so I have been commenting on this and I said, hey, listen, if these guys did anywhere near 1.5, a million, even 700,000 buys, they would be bragging from here to Timbuktu, because it would mean that Ryan Garcia is a pay-per-view star. If they can do 5, 6, 700,000 pay-per-view buys, he is a star, because that's one of the largest pay-per-view buys we've seen in the last 2 years. We're talking about Canelo versus Plant, 800, Canelo versus Mel, 700. Spence versus Crawford, 700. Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, 1.2. If Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney did those type of numbers, they'd be screaming it from the hilltops. And I don't know why people didn't understand that. And so I did a video covering that and also talking about some other information. And here today, Ryan Garcia let it out of the bag, but actually Devin Haney actually started talking about this probably about 3 weeks ago when he mentioned that he had not had the opportunity to talk to Golden Boy, that Oscar De La Hoya was not answering the phone anymore. Well, why would he be calling Oscar De La Hoya saying answer the phone, bitch? If I'm not mistaken, that's what he said. Why would he be doing that? Because he hadn't been paid, and I knew that was the case when he did that, right? And so now Ryan is letting the cat out of the bag. I do want to read his text verbatim so that I don't mess up anything. He says, still no payment, Golden Boy and the Zone, ? And then Devin Haney responded, same. And then Ryan went on his little diatribe. Even if you don't like me, the fact that I haven't received payment for my fights is messed up. No way those numbers are real, but let's worry about that later. Where is my money? Still no payment, Golden Boy and the Zone, and I need my money now. So let's talk about it, dog. One thing that I do want to emphasize here is when he says, no way those numbers are real, but let's worry about that later. Where is my money? No way those numbers are real. What numbers are he referring to? Perhaps the numbers that have been communicated to him in terms of what they actually did from a pay-per-view perspective. Maybe Golden Boy has already been in contact with them. You know, typically, if I'm not mistaken, you get paid your guarantee, and then what you end up getting on the back end is what is tabulated later and you're paid out. So my guess is you got your guarantee and you didn't get shit else. That's what would make the most sense, right? Because why are you saying, who are you talking about when you say, no way those numbers are real? There aren't any numbers out there other than the numbers that Rick Glacier put out there. So what do you mean, no way those numbers are real? Who are you referring to? More than likely, and this is a guess, but it's an educated guess, you're probably talking about numbers that have been given to you by Golden Boy and the Zone, saying that it didn't do what you guys thought it was going to do. And many people ran with the narrative when Ryan Garcia said that he earned $50 million off the fight and that Devin Haney earned 35, and Devin Haney co-signed it in a tweet, that somehow justified that this was a financial success. I've told you guys, this fight was not a financial success, not in comparison to what they believed it was going to do. Context is important, people. Context is important. So when I say that it wasn't a financial success, of course, I'm benchmarking it against something specific, and I'm talking about their expectations. Now, many of you are going to be in the comment section talking about PBC numbers in the last pay-per-view they did. PBC wasn't expecting to do numbers with Tim Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora. They weren't expecting to do numbers. And I even said it during when they first announced it, and it was Thurman versus Tim Tszyu. I said that, hey, this isn't a pay-per-view fight. This isn't a pay-per-view card. So I don't know why you guys are in the comment section talking about that. It makes absolutely no sense to me. But at the end of the day, as I mentioned to you guys before, it is very clear to me that there wasn't a real buzz around this. When you look at the ticket sales were slow. No matter how many excuses fans were trying to make in regards to fight fans buying tickets late, it's not true. There are a lot of fights that sell out very quickly when tickets are available. And there just wasn't the demand for Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. They are fine fighters, don't get me wrong. Fine fighters. Bill Haney is doing a great job with promoting his son and keeping his name buzzing. I don't doubt that. But they're just not big names in the sport that's going to drive eyeballs to the television set. It is what it is. It's a shame that these gentlemen haven't been paid. That is an issue. If they haven't been paid their guarantee, this is an issue, right? I'm totally aligned with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. He's right. No matter how you feel about either one of those gentlemen, they should be paid their guarantee. Whatever their guarantee was, they should be paid. Now, if he's referring to back end, then for me personally, I don't agree, because I believe he thinks that this fight did numbers that it didn't do. They gave him the numbers, and he doesn't believe those numbers, and he wants to get paid more than what the fight actually generated. Those are my thoughts, because nothing else really makes sense. Why are you going to your Twitter talking about that, and why are you making comments about there's no way those numbers are real? What numbers, dog? There are really no numbers out there. So, shout out to everybody that's in the Discord. I know people are going to feel like, Greg, you still don't know because you don't have definitive proof. It's interesting that some people just fool themselves. They don't like to use logic when it's their favorite fighters. They call me a hater because I like to use logic, and I use my logic and my abilities to determine if something makes sense or not. And I come on here and I talk to you guys about it. Some people call me haters for it. Other people, they applaud it. Other people come in and debate me on it and try to poke holes in my theory, and I appreciate that as well. So it's an interesting story. We'll see how it ends up developing with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney and Golden Boy and DAZN, which I have a personal beef with DAZN because they signed me up for a whole year of their service when in reality all I was doing was trying to go month to month and buy an actual pay-per-view fight. So they signed me up for a whole month, even though I canceled. So I got a real problem with DAZN. I think they kind of crooked. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think in the comment section. What does this mean? Is it they haven't been paid at all? They haven't been paid their guarantee and they're looking for back end? I think my logic is sound. Tell me what your logic is. I want to hear it. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, and I am